Hello everybody, welcome back to the Jazzman Show. This is Monday, January the 7th. This is the box office results for the weekend of January the 6th. In no big surprise, no surprise news, Aquaman retains #1 box office position in its third week. It did fall 44%, however, it still made $30.7 million with a combined domestic and worldwide box office results of over $1 billion. Also the highest ranking DCEU movie. What about The Dark Knight Rises? Well, actually, internationally, Aquaman has grossed $649 million. Batman's The Dark Knight Rises, $636 million adjusted for inflation. Okay, so here's how things went for the weekend. Of course, I told you Aquaman was #1 with $30.7 million with a 41% drop still in its third week. In its debut week is Escape Room with $18 million. Mary Poppins Returns, very respectable, $15.8 million. Also showed a 44% drop in its third week. Fourth place is Bumblebee with $12.7 million. Falling 38%, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in its fourth week also did a little over $13 million, still retains #5 though. As far as the DCEU movies to date, Aquaman of course is in #1, followed very closely by Batman vs. Superman with $873 million, Wonder Woman at $821 million, Suicide Squad $746 million, and Man of Steel with $668 million. Now, why did people go back and see Aquaman again and again over the past weekend? Was it the long weekend? Was it because kids were out of school? Was it the spectacle that James Wan delivered to us? In my opinion, recreated some of the better parts of the Marvel movies. Anyhow, maybe people went back to see it again and again just because of it is an experience. Some people love it, some people don't. However, let me just remind you that this is nowhere near what took place already in 2009 when Avatar was released. Avatar has a box office record of $2.78 billion. Okay, that was the first movie of its kind back then, which was only, my gosh, only, what, 9 years ago? So 10 years ago. So let's see what the future holds for the the improvements in CGI. I mean, heck, in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Michael Douglas is de-aged by what, 30-40 years. Then of course Kurt Russell was de-aged quite a bit for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So I don't know what's going to happen next in Hollywood. Will they, de-age Arnold Schwarzenegger for the next Terminator movie? I don't know, but looking forward to seeing all that good stuff. Anyhow, that kind of completes the box office report for this weekend. Now, the weekend coming up, I would definitely recommend for you to go check out. The first one is Replica, starring Keanu Reeves. He loses his family. He's a scientist. He replaces them with androids. They don't know. They have absolutely no clue, and then the mystery unravels. So that's going to be going. But I love Keanu Reeves. I think he's great. I'm looking forward to John Wick 3 whenever they get around to doing that. Still pissed at those guys at killing his dog. And then, of course, the other movie that's coming out this weekend is The Upside, starring Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. I've seen the French version of this movie a few years ago, really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the spin that Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston put on this one. Anyhow, that was the weekend box office and movies coming up this weekend. Now, yesterday I went out to Second Chance Saloon, did a little open mic comedy, had a lot of fun. I've got an interview with Troy Blackwood. Also, I taped his stand-up. Unfortunately, that video, it just was too jumbled. I couldn't use it. So I'm going to get a better video of Troy for the next time that I see him, which will probably be at Second Chance again next weekend or the weekend after. But have no fear, I will get that on here for you because he's a very funny guy and I really enjoy his stand-up. Okay, as far as me for the rest of the week, tomorrow I'm going down to College Park to work on a TV show called True Conviction. This is this true story of a young lady who was murdered down on the Eastern Shore, and that's all I'm going to tell you about that because things are rarely what they seem. in these TV shows. So look out for that. I play a prosecutor named Bill. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and then of course that's Tuesday. Now Wednesday coming up, I'm going to be down in College Park doing stand-up comedy with Bob Holden and Frank James. So I'll update on the in the comments section the address where you can come to see it if you'd like. I think you're gonna have a good time. Anyhow, that is the show for this time, guys. Now, if you like this video, please like, please subscribe, and please share it with your friends. In the meantime, I'm going to show the little interview with Troy Blackwood, and I'm going to get on out of here. So have a nice day, and we'll see you next time. Hey everybody, it's John Hurdle here at Second Chance Saloon. I'm here with Troy Blackwood, very funny comedian. I'm going to be putting his stand-up set at the end of this tape. But for right now, tell us, man, how did you get started with the comedy?
First time I ever did stand-up, I was actually a theater major in college. And one of the acting classes, our final exam, was we had to go to an open mic and do stand-up. And it was really funny because a lot of people were very, very good actors, very much better actors than me, were literally in tears because they did not want to go do that and use their, their own words and stuff like that.
Well, so Jerry Seinfeld said there's two basic phobias.
Yeah, Fred, that's what I was looking for.
One is the fear of death, and the other one is fear of public speaking. And
that's the show. Stop looking at me. Go home.
I'd rather be the guy in the box than the guy giving the eulogy. So I understand that.
That's great.
Yeah, who's your favorite comedian?
Right now, as far as like the big people that you see, I'm constantly impressed with Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, everybody loves Bill Burr.
Right now, especially when I rewatch a lot of his stuff and you see a lot of the details he puts into it, there's a huge amount of thought, and I like that a lot.
Gold digging horrors. That's one of my favorite bits.
I was thinking of when he told the story about the guy that gives helicopter tours in like Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
And the guy was going to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And he tells it from both perspectives.
Right. Talking to the surrogate. Bill Burr. Anyhow, man. I know, it's a big leap. What's your favorite joke? Was it yours or was it Bill Burr's?
This is just a bar joke.
Okay.
From thousands of years ago. Lady goes in the grocery store. She buys one steak, one potato, and one roll of toilet paper. And the cashier's ringing her up, and he's like, you know what? I bet you're single, aren't you? And she's like, well, yeah, you're very astute. How did you figure that out? And he's like, because you're fucking ugly. That's my favorite joke.
Great joke.
Good
that is great.
That's my favorite pub
That's
joke.
awesome. That's awesome. All right, man, Mr. Blackwood, thank you very much, sir. We'll see you next time at Second Chance Saloon.